Hi, hello everybody. Just to introduce myself, I'm Elisa Reina, I'm Spanish. I am a veterinary surgeon and I got into AI like 3 years ago. Basically how I got here is like I had a company called Ayuda Vets that was like help vets, like helping vets to become better employees and better owners. And that got me into automation, so we started doing AI automations for them. And then we saw that automations were not enough and we had to build something integrated, something vertical. So we built our first tool that was fully automated for them to manage their veterinary practices. And then we have been replicating it in other sectors. Therefore, I had to build another company that is called Solucionia because it was a bit difficult to go with a company that was called Help Vets to other people that were not vets. And also we have, I have another company called Laika, which is more AI advanced and is an IoT device for pets that with sound and movement you can basically register symptoms of the pets like vomiting, scratching, drinking too much, not eating, things like that, and sends through the app a warning to the pet owner saying, hey, go to the vet because your dog is getting sick or things like that. So we have all that sort of range, so like a veterinary sector, but also AI applications into other verticals as well. Also, I am a mother of two and I have to pick up a flight at 9, so at 7 I will leave, but it's very nice to meet you all. Thank you for the opportunity. Okay. Can you help me? Okay, cool. Okay, so basically why I think is now a blue ocean to build like niche AI apps is because like now everybody can do it. Like, look, I'm a vet, okay, I have an MBA at IES and my husband knows a lot about AI, but I've been able to create it with a team of 7 people that we are. So with vibe coding, anybody can create an AI app for a sector in a vertical. Now specialization is much better than scale, so it's much better to build a customized product for, I don't know, opticians or aesthetic doctors or whatever sector you know about than a general one. And so now I think small markets are big opportunities. So basically, why do I think there is like a blue ocean here? Because like the big guys are not gonna get into small markets. Markets are too small for them. High customization needs to be done and they want a scale, they want big products that they can implement in big customers. They don't have the specific knowledge. They cannot know about all the sectors. So like, I don't know, the big 4 consulting companies, they know about big companies and big markets, but not about very much niche markets. Also, like there is regulatory complexity, especially if you go into health sectors, which is my specialty. So they don't want to get into the hassle of compliance with the different regulations in the different markets, because regulations here in Portugal are completely different to the ones in Spain, and if you go outside Europe, it's completely different as well. So also for that, even on the other hand, we have the good thing is to have like a small specialized companies, because we have the deep knowledge on a vertical. We can have personal relationships. We know the market, we know the people in that market, we know the sector. I don't know, if I go to a veterinary conference, everybody knows me and they trust me and they're gonna buy my product because they've known me for 25 years that I've been a vet. The customization is agile because we are a small company. It's not that when you have to change something, you need to, I don't know, discuss it with 20 people, you know, it's quick. And that's what they want. And it's also community building, creating industry networks. So basically what they want now, I think in my opinion, small niche companies, they want a software that can help them with a company and is compulsory, that it has everything, and AI should be there and linked to AI, because first I was building like AI phone calls, AI WhatsApp, AI bill automation, and because it didn't get into their software, it was not possible. They were not getting happy with this solution, so it has to be like a fully equipped solution. Okay, so where I see the value proposition here, because you give them a complete solution versus stitching multiple solutions. If they have to go, I don't know, for the clinical reports here, but then for marketing, they have to go to another software, for accounting to another software, then they get like, it's too complex. Everything should be together. It has to be industry specific, affordable for small businesses. If they can get rid of the marketing company that they hire, of the accountants, you know, even though if you charge a bigger amount than normal softwares, it will be a big saving for them. So what are the competitive advantages? To have this deep vertical expertise. Everybody knows about a market more than another, so get into that market. Get pre-built integration. So it's very, very important that this software that you have, because like people that has been building like sector softwares, they started 20 or 25 years ago. They don't have APIs to connect to anything. It's like a nightmare. Anything in AI, like phone calls, WhatsApp, as I mentioned, invoice, anything that you want to help them with, they don't have APIs, and they won't allow you to input the data into the customers or the CRM. And so you need to be AI powered included, and a flexible approach. So be very open, and when they ask for something, introduce it into the software so you make it live and they see the value every day, because AI is changing so fast, you need to change with that. So with that, you can change like higher subscriptions and then implementations fees, so you can have like a proper value proposition. So why I think web app idea should work, but before, when you have an idea, I think you should have a checklist to prove that this market will work. Okay, it's like, okay, there is a market, yes, and is it underserved, so people are happy with their software? Normally not, so there you have a market. Is it too small for big companies to get there? Because, you know, they can have like a huge ERP, I don't know, for Microsoft or something, but not something specific. So is it too small for big companies to get into something customized? Do they have customization needs? Do they have integration needs? Because that is becoming very, very big nowadays. And will customer pay premium prices for something that has this access to AI directly in their software? So once you answer yes to all those questions, how have I done this? I'm not talking about that this is the best method. This is how we have done it, and it has worked so far, but I'm sure we will change it next month. So basically, we go for Replit. I guess Replit is like lovable, but in my opinion, like a bit higher up into vibe coding. So if you haven't tried it, try it, because it's amazing. I mean, you just do it in natural language and you create web apps in hours. With that, you create like a nice front end, and it makes you all the links to all your automatizations with AI. So it's very, very quick. It's low-code maintenance. Also, what we have done is link it to a big CRM, an American CRM that allows you to be industry adapted. It's called Go High Level. I'm sure most of you know it as well. And then we create like very vertical marketing tools for that sector. And then in accounting, we either use Hold It in Spain, because it's a very big Spanish company for accounting, or QuickBooks is if we use financial data for any other country. Why does this help? Because they have industry-specific accounting. They have their KPIs. You need to know, these suppliers go to this part of the P&L, so that helps them a lot to have everything together. So, okay, now we have identified the opportunity. How do we start? Okay, first is finding out that there is a specific problem in the sector that big companies ignore. we have to validate it. So ask a few customers, okay, how about, would you buy this product from me if I build this product this way? Yes, once you have validated, okay, just build an MVP. Seriously, if you go to Replit or Lovable, Replit is more code-based, but because you don't need to add like a data set, it has its own data sets. Just build the MVP. Seriously, you can build it in hours and then just test it. Then you get your first 3 to 5 customers. Maybe you give it for free for a few months. Then get all the feedback you can. And then basically you just scale the web app all the time and start getting more and more customers until you dominate the niche. So that's how we've done it. Okay, so now we move into something else. I know it's mixed into topics, but like last night we were trying to get the speech-to-speech OpenAI from like the real-time API from OpenAI engaged to our like zip trunks to voice over AP, no? IP. So yesterday we managed to finish it, so I wanted to let you know about this because I think this is going to be also like a big change in everything, also in the way these apps are built. So basically what this allows is to interact with computers and with all the programs speaking, and they reply speaking. So before it was like a speech needs to be translated to text, then text goes to the AI, replies with text, and then back to speech. But now with this API, it's a speech to speech. So basically, latency is 0, and you can interact with machines in spoken language and not in written language, which was code or like, ChatGPT grew because it translated everything into like natural writing, but this is really into natural language. So this is a very, very big change, and I'm very, very enthusiastic about this. Why I think these things can help a lot, because like it will give you like immediate sentiment analysis. So when you are doing a video call, when you are doing a presentation, I could have it linked here saying, come on guys are getting bored, or I don't know, like they are not looking at you, they are all the time looking at the screen, and then, I would be able to adapt how I communicate with you in real time. I would get advice from this AI and adapt how I speak to you. Also, if I didn't speak English, when I got the invitation for this, he said, okay, you have to speak good English. If not, you are not invited. This is not going to happen anymore, because with this speech-to-speech, you can speak to it in any language, and it will reply to you in the same language immediately, and in the same conversation. Like I will send you guys afterwards the number so you can call and see it. So it switches to another language. So language is not a barrier anymore. So anybody could be here in Lisbon talking to you, even if they didn't speak Portuguese or English or anything. So you could have people from everybody, from everywhere. Also, what I like a lot is that it's like an external brain. Okay, this is also because I'm very related, as I said, to health, and having somebody that is advising you while you are doing a medical consultation, is telling you, hey, you haven't asked them what is it eating, or does he sleep well? Well, now you will have the baby, you will see. It's the interaction. You need to know a lot of data and not forget everything. So it's very nice to have somebody in front of you before the customer, so it helps you help the customer. Okay, and also it's your personal coach. During and after any video call, any interaction with any other people, it will be your silent analyst with very high impact. I mean, they will tell you, okay, you use, I don't know, too much or too much this word, or you could have improved your communication this way, or the way you were moving was not correct. It will tell you like either in the spot or later on to improve yourself, and you can train to be a better you. So basically, it's a new era, I think, with this speech-to-speech machine, because it removes the friction between the language the machines speak and the way we speak. So there is no friction anymore. They can understand us directly speaking, and they reply to us directly speaking without any latency. So there is no more waiting for it to translate it into text and then reply. So that is fully over, and this is a big, big change. So it bridges the gap between text-based and real-time voice experiences. So basically, the future of AI voice interactions isn't just automated. It is helping you to be a better you, more intelligent and more empathic. That's it. Thank you very much.